What's up, everybody? My name is Blaze, and welcome to the channel. Today, I wanted to talk about something I hadn't really seen anybody else talk about in the last few days, in the last couple of weeks since the Pokemon Isle of Armor trailer was revealed. I missed it too initially because normally we get like a trailer and it talks like the trailer will play and it'll say like, you know, there'll be some voiceover talking about some of the new things that are in the game, but the latest trailer didn't have a voiceover, which I thought was very strange to begin with. Didn't think anything of it. But then I went to Nintendo's website and I saw some information that I feel like was probably the script for this voiceover that didn't really get put into that trailer. Maybe I watched the wrong trailer. I don't know. But either way, there's a couple things on here that I think are very important and very cool. One of them in particular is very cool, and I've not seen anybody talk about it just yet. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about it today. Hopefully you enjoyed Ludicolo being a part of the video today. My favorite Pokemon of all time. He has a plush, which I never thought this Pokemon would ever get a plush. But I guess he was in the Pokemon Pikachu movie, which I haven't seen yet. I might do a video where I watch that and talk about some of the things as I'm watching it. But hey, let me know if you'd like to see that. But anyway, let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about here. So this is the website, Nintendo.com, and this is some of the what's new information about Pokemon Isle of Armor. I had a brain fart there, sorry. That happens from time to time. You have to get used to it. I know I have. So here's some of the new stuff. So we know legendary Pokemon Urshifu's exclusive moves. Gigantamax Blastoise, Gigantamax Venusaur, Galarian Slowbro. I went through some of this information on my Brunch with Blaze video on Sunday. So I won't talk about all this, but this is part of the information here I wanted to talk about. Cramomatic. The dojo on the Isle of Armor houses a unique take on recycling in the form of a device called the Cramomatic. If players feed it 4 items, it will combine them and give out a new item in exchange. Trainers can receive any variety of items, including Pokeballs, PP-ups, and more. Some combinations might even produce rare items. So this is like an example of something that I thought they were going to say, like verbally in the trailer. But I mean, they showed that little device, but I had no idea what they were talking about. Or what they were showing. They showed the device, but I had no idea what they were showing. So I thought that was strange. They didn't really talk much about tutor moves, but I guess there are some new tutor moves will also be available on the Isle of Armor. Trainers can have their Pokemon learn them in exchange for Armorite ore, a substance that can be found on the Isle of Armor through max raid battles and other means. Burning Jealousy is a new Fire-type move that can be taught starting with these expansions. When it hits, it deals damage to all opposing Pokemon and burns all opposing Pokemon that have had their stats boosted during the turn. Grassy Glide is a new Grass-type move that can be taught starting with these expansions. This move has high priority when used on grassy terrain. A couple of really cool moves there that I think got overlooked from the trailers and weren't really talked about at all. Interesting stuff. But the biggest one I want to talk about, the most important one I want to talk about today is the next one. It's Max Soup. So remember how everybody was obsessed with going through max raid battles and trying to find a 5-star Gigantamax Pokemon that was also shiny? Well, Max Soup can probably help make that process a little bit more easy. So Max Soup is a dish made from rare ingredients you can gather on the Isle of Armor. If a Pokemon with a great hidden potential drinks Max Soup, it will become a special Pokemon capable of Gigantamaxing. Some Pokemon that trainers are already traveling with may also gain the ability to Gigantamax. So I don't know if this necessarily means that any Pokemon that you find or capture or whatever can be turned into a Pokemon that can also Gigantamax. But I was just talking about this on my stream the other day while I was shiny hunting. Found my shiny Dreepy, by the way, in case you were wondering, but pretty exciting. But I was talking about how I'm wondering, like, are we going to ever get to a point where Gigantamax abilities can be given to a Pokemon, can be bred down into new offspring, or like, how are we ever going to get to a point where Gigantamax can be passed on to a Pokemon that you either already have or one that you want to encourage max stats to be a part of? And let's be real, people are like modifying the date on their Switch in order to find these 5-star raid battles that are also shiny. that are also Gigantamax Pokemon. So it's not like there's any reason to hold this back any longer. I think that people are doing it already anyway. So, you know, some of the Pokemon I traveled with from the beginning of my journey, I would love to make those Gigantamax Pokemon because I like using them. But the ability to make a Pokemon Gigantamax that couldn't before, I think is something that was missing from the base game, from the vanilla game, and I think that this is going to be the answer to that, Max Soup. So it does say here that Pokemon with great hidden potential drinks Max Soup, and that's if a Pokemon with great hidden potential drinks Max Soup, it will become a special Pokemon capable of Gigantamaxing. So I don't know if that means you have to feed it a bunch of G-Max candies or whatever, but or if there has to be something already, you know, built into that Pokemon that not all Pokemon are going to have. So maybe of the 6 Pokemon you use to beat the Elite Four, only 3 or 4 of them can do it. And what is the criteria? What do they mean by hidden potential? That's kind of where I'm kind of stuck. But when I first read this, and over the last couple of days, I've been thinking, you know what? That really does sound like every Pokemon. I wonder if you'll be able to just make every Pokemon a Gigantamax Pokemon. And I think that would be super helpful because right now, we already have it so you can use bottle caps to make your Pokemon have the best IVs. You can already make it so that your Pokemon has the best nature, I think through the incense as well. So there are a ton of different ways to make the Pokemon that you already have, that maybe it's shiny, maybe it's not. But you can make that Pokemon, you know, the best Pokemon it can possibly be. The only thing missing in the past was Gigantamax, and I think this is going to be the answer to that in one way or another. So I wanted to get it out there. This game comes out, the expansion Isle of Armor comes out tomorrow, so I'm very excited. I'll be playing it tomorrow on stream. Right when I get off of work, I'll start as early as possible, 5:30, 6 o'clock, and we'll try to get into this game as quickly as possible. That's Eastern time. And then, of course, the new Fortnite expansion, or the new Fortnite season comes out tomorrow as well. But I'm going to hold off on that until Thursday because Pokemon's going to take the priority on Wednesday. So come check out the stream, twitch.tv/L3LAYZE. Check out Pokemon with me and we'll go through the Isle of Armor together. Or you can just kind of see what it's all about if you haven't bought the expansion yet, because I know it's expensive. So we'll see how it goes. But then the Crown Tundra is coming out later this year. I'm going to guess probably... I'm going to guess there's about 20 hours of gameplay, maybe 30 in the Isle of Armor. So I'm going to guess that August or September. At the latest would be October for the Crown Tundra, but I think we're going to get it pretty soon. And then, you know, a wild guess that I'm going to put out there right now, as far as, you know, complete speculation, I think next year we might get a new Pokemon game, unless there's another expansion that comes out for this game. But I'm thinking we might get another Let's Go game or something to kind of tide us over, maybe a remake or something like that. But I'd like to think there's going to be another expansion. I'd love for this game to continue to be relevant for a little while longer, for at least 3 years. But we'll see how it goes. And I'm excited to play the expansion. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my other social medias. The links are in the description. And until next time, everybody, I'll catch you on the flippity flip.